Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. We have our first video of the year and it is a complexion video, which always makes me super excited. I feel like we always start the year off with a new complexion product and I'm actually really excited about today's video. I got this giant package from Fenty in the mail. They knew We're Even Hydrating Longwear Concealer. We got the concealers up here and they also sent some other stuff. They sent the Eaze drop, which if you guys have been following me forever, you guys know I love the Eaze drop. They also sent Invisimatte, the Thick and Smooth Eye Cream. Also sent a little sponge duo. These little sponges. Honestly, they're okay. They're not my favorite. I do have my sponge that I like more, that I use all the time, which is my Makeup Shack sponge. So that's the sponge I'm going to be using today. I'm excited though. A lot of exciting videos this week. We have this one and I'm also going to be filming another one, which I'm sure you guys can guess what it is. Rhymes with Flylight, okay? That one should be coming soon. I'm just waiting for the collection to come in the mail. Anyways, I'm super excited for this new concealer because I love the original concealer. So I didn't know, getting comments like all over Instagram and stuff, I didn't realize that like so many people did not like the original Pro Filter concealer. I love this concealer. If you guys have been following me for a long time, you guys know I love this concealer. I've been using it forever. I didn't know it was like a mutually like agreed thing that like everybody did not like this. Am I the only person that likes this concealer? I don't know, but I've been using this concealer forever. I love it and it stays like in my rotation since I think it came out. No, I like love Fenty complexion products. I use pretty much Fenty complexion in my everyday routine all the time. Eaze drop is one of my favorite skin tints literally ever. I use it on an everyday basis. I did run out of my Eaze drop in my shade, so I'm so excited that they sent a new one because I've been out, but I have been using the Eaze drop stick, which is also in shade 3 and I'm almost out of it. So this came at perfect timing. Yeah, so we're gonna be trying these out today. I'm gonna be doing a wear test. If you guys are familiar with my channel, I do usually do wear test on complexion products just to see how long these last. These are marketed as a long wear 12-hour concealer, so I will be trying these out. I don't know if I'm going to do 12 hours, but I am going to work today, so it's perfect. It is 10 a.m. right now, so it is a good enough time for a wear test. I don't get home till later, so it will be perfect. I'll try to do a check-in like in the middle of the day too. But yeah, so we're just going to go ahead and get into it. Let me give you guys some information on this really quick. So I'm reading it off of the Sephora website. It's only $30. There are 50 shades, which is amazing. And I think they should be like 1-to-1. Like if you know your foundation shade, they should match up. They did send me 3 shades. I do go in between shades a lot of the time. They sent me 175, 185, and 190. 190 has always been my shade since day one, but I also can wear 185, so we'll see. The 185 is a cool tone, so I don't know if I'm gonna like that one. So I will start off with 190. It says that this is a 12-hour hydrating longwear concealer that comes in a wide range of medium coverage shades with a natural second skin finish. It has prickly pear cactus extract, which is a humectant that attracts moisture, sodium hyaluronate that hydrates and conditions, Persian silk tree extract that targets signs and fatigue around the eyes. It's free of parabens, it's cruelty free, and it says that this concealer melts into the skin quickly and visibly, evening, brightening, and hiding dark circles and puffiness for up to 12 hours. The extreme longwear formula resists creasing, fading, sweat, humidity, and won't settle into fine lines or accentuate textures. Plus, it is transfer and waterproof. So those are huge claims. Very, very big claims. I can't really test like the humidity and stuff. It is freezing in LA. And like for LA, it's very cold. Like it is 50 degrees outside and that might as well be like -10. It was 38 degrees yesterday when I went to Target in the morning and I about died. So it's very cold outside. So I can't really test like I mean, obviously there's humidity in the air, but it's not the same as like hot humidity, you know? Concealer is one of those things where I can tell immediately if I do or do not like it. And it is the one thing that always, like if I'm like, I can't tell if I like this or if it's sitting well on my skin, concealer is the first thing to show up, like if it's not sitting well or anything. So I feel like I can give a good test. So hopefully it looks good because I'm going to be going to work. And yeah, I will be putting clips and close-ups with my phone since my phone does shoot in 4K, so I will be putting those clips throughout the video. I want to see how this concealer looks on its own. I usually would go in with like my skin tint or something first, but I do want to see what the concealer looks like. So I'm just going to go ahead and prime my skin really quick. I just have moisturizer on, and I'm going to go in with another moisturizer that's also a primer. I'm taking the Lawless Forget the Filler Skin Smoothing Plumping Cream, whatever it's called. I use this as my primer. And try out the concealer just on its own. I want to see what it looks like with nothing else on, so I don't have anything on my face right now, obviously, besides primer. I'm going to go in with 190 because I'm pretty sure this is the shade that I am. Like I said, I have a bunch of Fenty complexion products. I know what color I usually am, so I'm going to just start off with 190 and hope for the best. This is what the doe foot looks like. It is like a really interesting shape. It's like very slanted. And it does seem pretty flexible, and it looks like it gets a good amount of product on the doe foot. So I'm just going to apply the concealer like I usually do. So I'm going to apply it here and here. Yeah, this is my perfect like concealer shade, so I already knew. So I'm just going to apply that much. That's usually how much I apply concealer all the time. I do like the packaging on this as well. It like does snap closed. And it's like a nice, it's not the same packaging as like their original Pro Filter. This one's kind of like a frosted bottle. It's like a little bit more, I don't know, but I like this one a lot. I really like the packaging. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend this out with a sponge. That blends out super effortlessly. I really like how that looks. I'm also super tired and my eyes are a little puffy, so it does say that it kind of like depuffs and stuff as well. So we will see. I feel like a little bit does go a long way too. Like I was able to kind of take that down around my nose where there was some redness. Let's see. Ooh, okay. It took away the redness on my nose, and that's still from like that initial application. I really, really like this a lot. I would wear this on its own, like just like this, just to go to the store. I really like how that looks. It looks super, super skin-like. Let me look in a closer mirror. It blends in so, so effortlessly to the rest of my skin. Like I really can't tell where the concealer stops and starts. It blends in so beautifully. And it's like a perfect shade match for me. I've always been able to find like a perfect shade match in Fenty's complexion, which is why I use Fenty's complexion products so much, because I always find like something perfect that matches my exact skin tone. Because even though I am light skin, I know there's like a ton of light skin products on the market. I do have a very specific weird undertone that's almost kind of like a peachy undertone, and the only foundation that's ever matched it completely is Fenty 190 because it has that peachy neutral undertone. And with the Eaze drop, just because I want to apply it kind of how I normally would apply my makeup. The shade number 3. I usually go in between 3 and 5, but I am pretty pale right now, so I'm pretty sure 3 will be okay. So I'm just taking a little bit up first. I'm just going to apply this with my sponge. Okay, I need a little bit more. This is like the best. Oh, I love this so much. I haven't been using it because I've been out and I've been using the stick, but I love this. I love Eaze drop so much. Oh yeah, 3 is like a perfect shade for me right now. I'm super, super pale. I like look like I haven't been outside in weeks because I barely have. Okay, so now that I have the Eaze drop on, I'm going with the concealer on this side now just to see how it goes on top of Eaze drop. This doe foot, I really like it. It fits like right in this like crevice of my eye, but it also picks up a lot of like not too much product, like just the right amount where I don't need to go back in or anything. It is blended out. I'm just taking a little bit more like on my nose. You usually have a lot of darkness like on this outer corner, and I feel like it covers it up really well. I am going to go back in a little bit on this side just to kind of brighten up this area a little bit more, just because I went in with like the Eaze drop. Maybe kind of took away a little bit of that right here. A little bit on my chin as well. I do think the coverage is really nice. It definitely is like a medium coverage. But I feel like it covers pretty well. It does feel very like lightweight. I don't feel like I have any concealer on at all, to be honest. And I like how it looks. It looks beautiful. It definitely is a lot more lightweight than the original concealer. It does look literally just like my skin. That with the Eaze drop together, my skin just looks very skin-like. It doesn't really look like I have anything on at all. I'll go ahead and put a close-up here as well so you guys can see like what it looks like once the rest of like my Eaze drop and everything is on. But I think it looks really, really good. This is $30. Honestly, Fenty is pricey. Like, I'm not gonna not say that. I just rebought like my cream bronzer the other day or like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, I forgot how like pricey Fenty is. I mean, it's not like super luxury price, but it's definitely more pricey, and for someone who just like buys drugstore makeup all the time, it definitely is pricey. But I think it's worth it. I do use the stuff like consistently, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my makeup really quick, and then I will come back actually before I finish my makeup to show you guys what it looks like to set my under eyes. I am gonna go in with the Fenty setting powder that I always use, but I do like my cream products and stuff first, so I'll be right back. Went ahead and applied my Fenty bronzer and then some cream blush. So I like to do my cream products first before I go in with like powder or anything. So I just have the Fenty setting powder. I use the shade Butter. I'm gonna set this and just see like how it sets, filling out any creases before I go in and set it. I like to set it with a little powder puff. Mine are from the Makeup Shack. So I just take some powder and then I kind of press it into the puff. It seems to be setting fine. To go in and with a brush and just kind of press that in as well. It sets really nice. It sets beautifully. The powder that I wear on an everyday basis. I'm just setting in any other areas. What is it looking like now that it is set? I think it's set really nicely. It works really well with that powder. And yeah, okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of my makeup. Okay guys, so I just finished up the rest of my makeup and my makeup looks amazing. It looks so good. I'll put a clip right here that I took with my phone. This is no filter, nothing, literally just straight from my camera. It looks so good. My skin looks amazing. I'm looking at it in the mirror too, and it looks really, really good. I really like how the concealer sits under the eyes. It feels so lightweight. It doesn't feel like anything is underneath my eyes, like at all. You know how sometimes you can feel when like a concealer is just kind of sitting under your eyes? This one does not feel like that at all. It feels so beautiful. Eyes don't feel dry. They feel nice and hydrated, which is good because today I woke up and my skin was feeling super, super dry. It's really cold, and we've also had like the heater on and stuff, so my skin has just felt like the desert recently. But yeah. If you guys are wondering, I do have the Fenty Icon Velvet Lipstick in Truth Fairy on. This is like my favorite. I wear this like every day. It's like the perfect everyday shade. I want to show you, I totally forgot. I was like, I should have just swatched the rest of them. But since I did use 190, if you guys are like kind of a similar skin tone as I am, I do want to swatch the other shades as well. So here is 190. Here is the shade that I used. It doesn't seem that it to be like oxidizing or anything. It looks like it stayed kind of the same. So 190 is a warm tone shade, and this looks just like the other 190s that I have as well. I'm going to swatch 185. This one is a cool undertone, it says. So yeah, definitely a little bit lighter and definitely more cool tone. This one actually looks a lot more peachy than this one now that I'm looking at it side by side. This one looks a lot more olivey neutral, whereas the 185 cool looks definitely a lot more cool tone, peachy. I'll swatch 175. This one is a warm shade. I'll put this one here. So definitely lighter, and this one also looks more neutral as well. It doesn't look, neither one of them looks super, super warm, which is nice. They definitely have more of a neutral undertone for sure. I feel like if I wanted like a really bright under eye, I can do 175. I don't think I would use 180. Actually, I might. If my under eyes are like super dark, or if I feel like they're really dark one day, I feel like the peachiness in 185 would really cancel out that darkness under my eyes. So that actually, I feel like I could probably use all three. If I want to do like a really bright inner kind of under eye, I would do 175, but 190 is definitely like the perfect under eye shade for me. I don't like a super, super bright under eye, but for whatever reason, if I did want one, I would probably do 175. But if I really want to like if I wake up and I'm like, wow, my under eyes are like super dark, I didn't get enough sleep, I might use 185 to kind of cancel out any darkness because it does have a pretty prominent peach undertone to it. So here are the three. So here is 190, 185, and 175. And if you guys are curious, I do have 190 in the Pro Filt'r Concealer as well. I'll swatch that underneath so you guys can see if it is kind of similar. Also, you can see that this one is like a lot thicker compared to concealer. So here's 190 in the Pro Filt'r and then 190 in the new We're Even concealer. They do look pretty similar in undertone. The Pro Filt'r does look like it is a little bit more peachy. It's kind of hard to tell. This one does oxidize just a tad. It looks like it got a little bit darker already, whereas these I think have stayed kind of the same color. I don't think the new ones oxidize, whereas this one definitely oxidizes a little bit because this one is more of a matte concealer. So yeah, like I said, this is what my makeup is looking like right now. It looks really, really pretty. I love how my makeup looks. It's definitely giving good makeup day today. I started filming, it was just about 10 o'clock, so it's almost 11, and I've had the concealer on now for like almost an hour. Obviously, I've had like barely finished my whole makeup, but I put the concealer on first. So it's still sitting under the eyes pretty well. Again, I feel like concealer, I can tell almost immediately if it's gonna sit well under my eyes, and so far it seems fine. I have to start getting ready for work. I need to eat really quick, but I will try to check in maybe like on my lunch if I can. But yeah, I'll also try to take a video like in direct daylight, like in direct sunlight, not direct sunlight, in like natural daylight, so you guys can see what it's looking like. But so far, so good. I'm loving it. I mentioned earlier in the video, but this is launching on Friday the 12th. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier, but if I did, I don't know, I'll probably put it like on the screen or something when I'm talking about it, but this does launch on Friday, January 12th. So I will link, I'll put all the information and stuff down below for you guys, and I will link it once it is available. I will check in with you guys a little later on today. I do have to go eat and get ready for work and stuff because I do have to leave in like 30 minutes. So I will see you guys in a little while. Guys, so right now it is like almost 3 o'clock, and so far it still looks pretty good. I am very pleasantly surprised. I guess I'm not surprised because I do like all of Fenty's like complexion products, so my like face and everything looks really nice still. Again, I know it's only been like a couple hours, but it's on like in direct sunlight, so the sun's a little harsh right now, but I think my skin still looks pretty good. So that's what it's looking like so far right now. I have got to go. Yeah, I will check in with you guys later on once I get home, but so far I love it. Guys, it is finally the end of the day. Also, I look like a ghost right now. It's obviously nighttime and I look so white right now in my camera, so washed out. I'm not used to, I usually don't film at night obviously, so like my lighting is very weird. I look so pale. Oh my god. Okay, anyways, it is the end of the night finally. It is 8:22, so I have had this on, what time did I start earlier? Like 10? That's like 10 hours. Yeah, it's been like 10 hours. I finally got home from work. I made dinner and I was finally able to like relax for like a few minutes, and I just wanted to finish this video off and let you guys know that I actually really like this concealer. I'll put a close-up right here of how it's looking. It did crease just a little bit, although it has been 10 hours. I know it says it's 12-hour wear, but I'm not gonna be mad at a little bit of creasing after 10 hours, to be honest. So yeah, I really, really like it. Pros, I think it feels so lightweight. It doesn't feel like I have anything on under my eyes. It like blends out so effortlessly. It looks really beautiful under the eyes, and even now it still doesn't look cakey. It didn't like cling to any dry patches. My skin is definitely like super dry right now, and it didn't like cling to any dryness or anything. It definitely is medium coverage. I feel like I can kind of see, also my mascara kind of like fell under my eye, so it kind of had a little bit of like the specks of mascara, and I feel like I wiped it, so I feel like I'm kind of seeing a little bit of darkness from that. Although I did notice it earlier too, like I wish it had like a little bit more coverage, but I feel like the formula might be really nice to blend, so I'll update you guys on that. I think it will be fine. Like, I think if I went in with like another layer, it's so lightweight and thin that I feel like if I went in with like another layer, it would be fine. Because I do feel like even earlier I kind of saw like a little bit of like my darkness still kind of peeking through, but I feel like this is a really good concealer for like every single day. So again, I'm not mad at it. I'm gonna definitely keep it in my rotation. I honestly really like it. Like, if I want something like super full coverage or anything, I mean, I usually don't use anything super full coverage, to be honest, like foundation, concealer, nothing. Concealer, the one I'm using right now is the Huda one, and I definitely feel like that has pretty good coverage. But sometimes it does feel like a little thick under my eyes if I put too much, so it's kind of like a balance where like, okay, this one has like a little bit less coverage, but it feels so lightweight. Again, I feel like it'll be super easy to build up, so I will try that out probably tomorrow and see how it looks, if I put like another layer on maybe. But actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I did go in another layer with this side. Remember earlier I did the concealer by itself, and then I went in on this side when I put the Eaze drop on, and then I added a little bit more. And I feel like this side does have a little bit more coverage than this side, so maybe it is super buildable and I didn't even realize it. Because I definitely feel like I could probably add like a little bit more just in like this area right here. But again, my mascara did kind of like fall under my eye a little bit, and I think I definitely might have rubbed it at work or something, so that could also be the darkness. I don't know, but for being 10 hours, I feel like it looks really good still, and I like how my makeup looks every single day. I definitely really like this one. Even like I can see myself using that one every single day for like work, because when I do like my work makeup, I honestly just do like the Eaze drop, and I have, since I ran out of my other concealer, I've been using the Huda concealer, and sometimes I feel like it's like a little too much for like just simple everyday makeup, because I do use the Huda one for like a full face of makeup, and like when I just go to work, I just put on like mascara, Eaze drop, lip gloss, call it a day. But I think I would like really like this one for like an everyday concealer. So I think that if you are going between these two, I definitely like this one a lot. This one, I didn't realize how thick it was until I put them side by side, and having these two next to each other. It's very lightweight. If you have someone that has really dry under eyes, I think this would be really good for you. It's super hydrating. It's very like silky, and it glides on really nicely under the eye. So if you have dry under eyes, I think this would be great for you. If you have dry under eyes, stay away from this one. This one is more like a matte formula, so I would stay away from the Pro Filt'r concealer, but this one just glides on really nicely. It feels really lightweight, and if you want like a good concealer for like every single day, honestly I think this would be one of those concealers that I would just kind of put on and like blend out with my finger and go as well. I think that this and the Eaze drop skin tint go hand in hand so well. They blend effortlessly together. They're both beautiful on the skin, and that is this one, and I'm sure it goes on with the stick just as well, and I really do like the stick too. So yeah, like I said earlier, this does launch on Friday the 12th, so when it's available, I'll go ahead and link it down below. Also put some shade comparisons down below, just in case you are a similar skin tone as I am. Again, I used the shade 190 in this video. That's about it. If you guys have any questions, just leave me a comment down below. I'll do my best to get back to them. And yeah, let me know in the comments too if you guys are thinking about picking this up. And I'm actually really excited for this launch because I really love concealer. I love complexion products in general, so I love when Fenty comes out with some new complexion products. So anyways, like I said, I'll link all the information, everything down below for you guys. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys liked this video. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if not subscribed already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.